Something to think about to help your cats live longer, healthier, and happier lives. I'm Jay.
I'm Adrian.
And together we are the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. Today, guys, information is all about what types of food and water dishes we are feeding our cats, right?
Yes. We talk a lot about what we put in the bowls.
Yep.
But we don't necessarily talk about the bowls very much.
Exactly. So we thought we'd bring you guys some information on what type of bowls we're feeding. So many of you guys...
We're actually not feeding bowls.
Oh, with.
You know
feeding
what I mean?
With. Ending the sentence in a preposition.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, guys, I think if you guys follow us, the majority of you guys already know that we are anti-plastic. Yes, we are anti-plastic when it comes to our pets. Sure, we have to have some things here and there, plastic in our homes, but when it comes to what we are feeding our cats and the water that we are giving our cats, plastic we've got to get rid of.
Right.
Yes, plastic is a bacterial buildup. It is one of those.
Bacteria leaches to it.
Yes, it is. It is like a leech. There you go. It's like a leech of bacteria. So no matter how often you clean your bowls, the studies show that plastic is the hardest. You think that it's clean looking at it, but it's the hardest to actually get rid of that bacterial buildup, right? And that can lead to infection, even feline acne. Chin acne is very common when being fed or watered with a plastic bowl.
Yes, and let's talk about our pets' bowls in general. There's so many people that have actually said, like, it's a cat. They drink out of the toilet. They'll get what I give them. Like, oh, I forgot to clean their water bowl for, a month. Actually, there's a study that was done that actually showed that that pet bowls,
22 households, the pet bowls were the fourth most germ-infested item in the home. Pet bowls,
crazy.
The fourth most. So they went around the home and they tested everything. Everybody thinks that, of course, you think that everything is going to be like the real germ-infested are going to be in the bathroom. Turns out the top 10 are actually in the kitchen, and the number 4 of the with knobs being one, right? But number 4 being the pet bowl. So washing the bowls is so important, regardless of what you're feeding. Washing the bowls after every meal is very important. A lot of people, us included, back in the day, we just refilled that kibble every time. Every once in a while, we'd be like, oh, that looks kind of gross, and wash it. Yeah. Guys, kibble is the number 1 cause of salmonella poisoning in cats.
Surprise!
So we think that, raw food is going to be really gross, and that's going to be like bacterial buildup, or wet food would be really, baby girl.
Friday's
here Friday.
Talking
or that wet food is going to be, more gross than dry food. But dry food, kibble, is the number 1 cause of salmonella poisoning in pets. So we have to wash the bowl after every meal.
Every meal, you guys, and this is something that I don't know if it was this study or not, but I was reading about it as well, that literally in pet homes, that water bowl or those food dishes, especially if it's dry food, people will go a month. They will say maybe once a week, but it's usually like a month.
Yes.
So you guys.
So we have to wash the bowls after every meal. Now, what type of bowls should we be using, though? Again, we want to get rid of the plastic. I could not find a plastic bowl in our house, but I did find some old Tupperware. And
throw that out.
Throw it out. Yeah, throw it out. So these are the no-nos, right? These beautiful, awesome fountains that are made of plastic. We think that it's going to be okay. It's not okay. We don't want to use plastic in the house. We want to instead get rid of the plastic and instead use something like porcelain, like glass, like stainless steel. These things are safer when it comes to feeding and watering our
You
cats.
still need to wash them.
Many options, right? This one is actually made of cellulose fiber. These are the pet platters, Mind pet platters. You can find them on Dr. Judy Morgan's website. It's
Our babies love them.
Our babies love
Look,
them, and we're going to get
little
into
pockets for
feeding from a plate rather than a bowl in just a second as well. But these are also made of one of the most organic molecules in the world.
in all the
So,
land.
yes. So there are safer options, and we want to go for safe when it comes to our kitties.
I want to back it up just a minute though, because last year we did a cat tip on whisker stress. You guys may think that, well, that's like a cat myth, whatever. No, it's actually a thing. If you ever notice that your cats will eat the very middle of the bowl and leave all the other food, that actually can cause whisker stress, or
The
more
bowls
technically
can
called
cause
whisker fatigue.
or whisker stress. And that is when we have a tall, like a regular size bowl, right? And our cats are putting their face in, their whiskers are hitting the side of the bowls, and they are, and it causes them stress, right? Because their whiskers are made to help them censor their surroundings.
Yeah,
When
they're
they
very
have to stick their
sensitive
face,
sensory organs.
yeah, so when they have to stick their face in a bowl, that's why you'll see that your cats leave the food around the corners and only eat the center. And then you end up going back and pushing it to the center so they'll eat a little bit more, right? That's whisker stress. So we want to also ditch the bowls, right? And
Not
go
gonna
to
throw that
like a more shallow, like a shallow bowl, right? Like something that's wide, or like we're feeding our littles with these awesome Mind platter plates. There's also studies, and I love not Dr. Emma Rutherford from Natural Canine Kitchen out of England. She's phenomenal. Like, she's just one of our favorite humans on the planet. And she taught us about how feeding your cats, if you're trying to feed your cat a new food, feeding them on a plate or a wooden board is actually a better way to feed your cats, and a better way to get them used to a new food, because the smells, and you think about it, the smells, our cats have like 200 million scent sensors, right? Like they smell everything. That is like their judge of character.
Scent is huge.
It's
for
so
cats.
huge for our cats. When we put a new food in a bowl, and those smells are going to be what we think smells bad, oh my God, they are like, wow, that's really, really strong. And it's being trapped in a bowl, right? The smells are being trapped in a bowl. If you do it on a plate and you give it to them on a plate, oh my gosh, our cats absolutely love, and they actually eat more of their food when we feed them on plates rather than in their bowls.
It makes sense, right?
Yes.
So let those aromas breathe. and let your
Yes,
baby
absolutely.
figure it out.
Is there anything else on our list? Or is that,
I
we
wanna
just
talk about-
cover it in 7 minutes?
Oh my gosh.
Well, let's talk about water fountains. Let's
yeah,
talk
real
about
quick.
water. Okay, yeah. So water is very important. We always want to be able to offer our cats water. Again, stay away from the plastic. No on the plastic. Okay.
You can find ceramic or solid stainless steel. If you're going to look for a fountain for your cat, make sure that it's solid stainless steel. We made the mistake of getting one that was coated with stainless steel.
Yeah.
Super expensive still, but it had a crazy smell when you were washing it. So look for solid stainless or
Yes.
porcelain, ceramic, something like that.
Yes,
Copper.
even glass. But fountains are a great way to encourage your cats to drink water. Not all cats will like a fountain. Our cats liked it at first, and now they only want to go to the still water bowl. They're not interested in the fountain. So it really depends on your cats. It's awesome, but it's not absolutely necessary. If your cats don't like the fountain, don't buy the fountain. But
Just baby
always
girl.
do. When it comes to the water, we have to change it daily. We want to clean it daily. Same thing. We want to refill it daily, and we want to make sure that we're not using plastic. We're using one of these safer alternatives when it comes to a bowl. And even with the water bowl, don't give it to them in a little thing like this. Give it or a little thing like this, right? We want to give them a wide bowl as well, so they can feel comfortable drinking the water.
One more final tip about those fountains, you guys.
Madison.
Well, we want to make sure that there's fresh water in there every day. We want to make sure that we are cleaning that pump and all the little pieces and parts at least once a week. You will have a swampy fountain if
Yes.
you do not clean everything out. So be ready for a few chores if you do get a fountain for your kitty.
Yep.
I think that's going to wrap it up, you
So
guys.
ditch the plastic, stick to a more shallow plate or a bowl when it comes to feeding your cats, and always make sure that you're cleaning the dishes after each meal and cleaning the water bowls daily and refreshing it daily. That's going to wrap up Think About It Thursday. Guys, we are about to
We're
go
so
live
excited.
with Dr. Judy Morgan, the legendary Dr. Judy Morgan. We're going to be talking about how you can help your cats live the longest life possible.
Man,
Literally,
she is full of
the
some
longest
amazing
life possible.
information.
We're so excited about it. We're going to be on our podcast in about 20 minutes. So come join us on Facebook and on YouTube. We love you guys so
Happy
much.
Thursday, you guys.
Happy
We
Thursday.
love you. Bye, y'all. We're trying to shut this off without giving you a super close up of my nose. You know what I'm saying?